Tuesday, January 7th, 2020. I'm going to recap my day trades. It was an extremely weird day. I actually took a pre-market trade. Had a bit of an issue with I forgot to take away an order that I had left in the pre-market, and then ended up having to quickly correct that. Then I also had a hockey era that ended up kind of benefiting me in a way, but all in all, crazy morning. I had 3 trades. So AMD was on a lot of people's lists early in the morning because there was a lot of volume coming in, and you could see on the daily chart that it's had some nice moves the last few months. Really, it's just been on the rise. I remember when AMD was like a $4 stock, and I used to buy and sell it a lot back then as a swing trade basically, and I always thought to myself, maybe I should just holding on to a few hundred shares just to see if it ends up taking off at some point, because I knew it was a pretty decent company, a good company. I was always shocked at how low the price of it was, so I never did, and then it's gone crazy over the last few years. Like you could see back in April 18, it was all the way down to $10, but if I go back even further, I'm pretty sure you'll see it was like a $4 stock like 10 years ago. $6 back in 2016, as far back only 4 years ago. Less than that, it was a $5 stock right here. So you could have taken it and just held on to it for a while, and it's already up to about 50. So, but anyway, as far as the daily chart goes, it's been having some nice moves. I liked this this gap and go here, and then a couple green candles, even though they're down. This one gapped down from 4 days ago, but it still had a positive day. Felt like if it gapped up here, it would have a nice positive day. Obviously, you can see it did not, but the market's down too, so that might have something to do with it. So in the pre-market, I was watching it, and I decided to get in because it was sketchy here in the 6 o'clock hour. And then when 7 o'clock came in, some more volume came in. You see this big volume burst here at 7. Pulled away from VWAP. I decided, because it held this level right here above a whole number, above 49, I said I was going to get in. So I got in at 49.20, and I put my stop 49.09. I say I'm put a marker there. So just 11 cents. It went up, and I wanted it to get to 49.42. But you see it kind of topped off here at 37. I should have taken some out and just locked in some profit. But then this big red candle came in and got me nervous. And the 8 o'clock hour was coming, and a lot of times you get like a lot of orders coming in the pre-market on the hour mark. So I wanted to get out, and I got out at 49.28. So just an 8-cent gain from 49.20 49.28. I thought it might surge a little bit more, and it did not, and that was too bad. But unfortunately, I actually had an order left in right around 49.42 to sell. And since I was out all my shares, obviously that means if it hit that, I would be short, and it did. It hit my 49.42. I said, oh crap. So immediately I started scrambling to get out of this trade, but then a big red candle came in, so I actually got out at 49.39. So I actually made a tiny little profit on the little bit of the shares that I had shorted by accident here. But unfortunately, when you look at what actually happened the rest of the day, I should have just held on to that short. That was a smart move on my part. The reason I put an automatic sell order there, obviously it was my first target, but also it was the high. It was like the 49.39 was the high of like 3 days ago. So over the last, basically you can go back years and years and years, there hasn't hit that. This might be an all-time high. I'm not sure. I can't remember how high AMD used to be in the early 2000s, but it was definitely a resistance point, 49.39. So I put a sell there because I wanted to make sure I locked it in case this happened. And instead, I got a short, and it started dropping a lot. And look at that. I had a short at 49.42 by accident, of course. It went all the way down to 48.25 before it started to move back again. And now it's still down around 48.44. So I could have gotten a whole dollar move out of a mistake. Obviously, you should never just kind of roll with it when that happens. You get out. I was still afraid it would actually surge through that and just continue on for the rest of the day, breaking new highs and stuff like that. So a missed opportunity, but I mean, it was a mistake to begin with, so I can't beat myself up. I took traded Twitter, which was a huge mistake. Well, you can see what I did. the mistake was in the way I managed it. I got in here at, you can see that as soon as the day hit, it kind of it broke up through VWAP, holding the 200 moving average. I thought this level was starting to like level off. I thought maybe it was holding this area, so I got in at 3207, and I put my stop really tight, like 3196, which was stupid because I really should have put my stop below VWAP, because look what happens. It did hit my stop, which was right at VWAP, so I got out, and then it held that and then continued back up. So I just made it, it was just too tight. I just made it too tight, and I put an arrow here saying, well, I want to get in again. Should I get in again here? And at 3203, because it seems to be holding VWAP. And then it went all the way up to 3243. So just horribly played. I tend to do this when I'm a little nervous. I make my stops way too tight, because this was obviously the correct move, just managed poorly. I just needed to give it a little bit more room, and I did not do that. So that was unfortunate. I missed out on Twitter. So the APA was a huge one today. The news in APA was that it was, what did it find? A new oil reserve? So it made a discovery of offshore or Suriname. Yeah, so big discovery, big boost for the stock. And you can see on the daily chart that caused a gap in the pre-market. So moving along, and this is also significant. 200 moving average, the 200 daily moving average, gapped through that. So I watched it. The pre-market, it was moving way too much for me. The spread kind of got a little big at one point, so I couldn't really get into it. But then you can see on the 1 minute chart, it's pretty nice movements, kind of holding VWAP. Market opens, breaks below VWAP, then comes back. This would have been a nice entry point around 30.23 or so. Set your stop below VWAP. But again, I didn't want to risk it really for this one. But then it broke the opening range, got up, and then I'm going to tighten this up because it's kind of hard to. I'll just open this up. I got in right here at 3207, and I mistakenly entered. I had way more shares than I wanted to take. And so right away I was like, oh crap, because what I saw right away when I got in was my P&L was shooting through the roof. And it was a lot higher than I would have expected even for this big green bar. I was like, wait, why is it going up so much? And then I realized how many shares I had, and I said, oh crap. So I exited. My target was 31.31, and it actually hit it right away. But before it did that, I got out because I said, oh god, I have way too many shares. I should have just scaled out some right there, but I just exited everything because the P&L number I was looking at was just too juicy, and so I said, let me get out everything, which is almost really a good thing in a way, because there's no guarantee once it did hit my first target I would have gotten out enough shares, because it was moving pretty quick, and then you can see it faded after that, and would have come down to my stop area because I got in at 3207 and it went all the way down around 3082, which is well below my stop. I think I set my stop just below 31. I said a whole number will be kind of the support line for me. So 3207, and I got out at 3107, I'm sorry, and I got out at 3120, what did I get out at? 3124? Yeah, 3107 to 3124. So, pretty decent move. I was happy with that because it happened so quickly. Scalp, which, I wasn't looking to scalp. It was moving nice and smooth through VWAP, actually. So I thought maybe this would continue moving like that. But then, of course, I get in. I think a lot of other people maybe got in at the same time, and boom, everybody was taking profit, and it dropped. So made a decent profit on this with a hotkey error. Way more shares than I meant to take, but it worked out for me. So just a strange morning, just errors and weird moves and just poor manage. But in the end, I'm green on the day, so I can't complain really. So that's it. Those were my trades. I'll probably do what I did yesterday after I had a decent morning, is just look for some late day trades. The SPY's down pretty good right now, so maybe late in the day there'll be some recovery moves. Who knows? If you're interested in trade ideas, which is how I put all my scans together using trade ideas, the software is the best for day trading. Can't do without it. Go to the description of this video and click on the links. It helps me get referrals every time anybody signs up. If you sign up with my promo code TCTrader15, you get 15% off the first month or the first year, depending on what what subscription you pick. It's totally worth it. you can't trade without it. Certainly can't day trade without it, but I use it for everything, for swing trading, position trading. I've found all sorts of great moves with the software. You can customize it as much as you want. There's scans out there that you can get from other people that might suit your needs. So give it a try, and just click the links. So good luck. I will put up another video if I do trade late in the day, but right now I think I might just be as cautious as possible, given that I had such a weird morning and I'm still green. So good luck, and I will be back.